Hi everyone. It has been more than a hot minute since I last did a diary entry for my knitting diary, but mostly that's because I tried to do a well, I guess like a vlog style diary entry for the for a few whips I wanted to finish during the time I was off work on PTO, and that just did not work because I just kept forgetting to turn the camera on and to do any kind of like updates and stuff. So yeah, let's just say basically it was scrapped. But I did finish quite a few things, and I only brought 3 things here because I did not really have the time. I was either record while the weather is decent and the lighting should be okay, or completely lose out on the light situation again because I'm looking up where things are at with what is going on here. Or completely like lose the light again and figure out what I've finished and where I've put it. In part, it's also because some of these things are actually the ends still need to be woven in, or I've gifted them along already. But I wanted to show at least briefly 3 recent-ish finishes, and the first one is this guy right here, and this is my Go With The Flow Shawl. This is a pattern by Jennifer Lassonde of Boston Jen from the Downstairs Studio podcast. And I knit this one in a, so this is like, it's a long one. It's a skinny-ish, longer scarf, and I really like the fact that it has an eyelet pattern here. The way Jen wrote the pattern is to where you can actually weigh your skein and then use up as much of it as possible, and that is exactly what I did. I got this skein of yarn at the yarn festival in Worms in Germany, and this was by Alte Künste, Old Arts, or Ancient Arts, like a German dyer, and this is a charity colorway where the proceeds get donated to Krilam Toto, which is just a charity organization that does some great work, and this is this year's colorway. So we have a neutralish gray, deeper grayish, with some gorgeous burgundy speckles, and this has been a go-to shawl scarf for us here because it works with a lot of the items you have in the closet and with the jacket. So my mom and I do share this one, and depending on what works better with our clothing and our what we're wearing, we just pick this one or something else. Then I also finished by Jovi Geraci by Hook Mountain Handmade the Innkeeper mitts, and these are them. And in theory, wait, let me fold down the cuff. So you're supposed to fold down the cuff. But you can also keep them up if you want to keep your fingers a bit warmer. This is one awesome pattern. I knit this in Folk Yarns in their Folk Decay, and the colorway was, it was some kind of British, I think location even, that this was named after. But for the life of me, I don't remember. I've already had issues remembering it when I was putting together my Ravelry page. So I will have to actually do a deep dive in my emails and see if I can find this, because I haven't located it yet, and it's ridiculous. It's like it's not showing up in my search either. I know I ordered this along with a small little 3 mini skein set for like gnomes, for example. And these are these are just really great reversible mitts, and Jovi also has a hat pattern out for the same like texture pattern. So you could, in theory, make this into a fingerless mitts and hat combo, which I do like. I like sets. I only had one skein though, so I only made the fingerless mitts. And they've gotten quite a bit of use out of this one already. And then I knit a German pattern. This one I've seen on from various people with various like minor differences in the pattern. It's called a Drachenschwanz, which is a dragon's tail. And the idea is that you cast on, let me double check. What did I cast on? Which side? Oh, here. Okay, so you cast on just a few stitches, and then you increase, 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 and then you decrease, and then you increase, 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 decrease in a specified stitch count. So as you can see, I literally just finished this week. I haven't had a chance to weave in ends yet, but you get a little shawlette, scarf kind of situation. And I still need to block this, so there's a couple stitches that are still loose, but mostly once it's washed, it's going to even out nicely. And this is just really nice. This was a color changing yarn. This was a Rico Designs cashmere blend. So this is also super soft. It's very, very flowy, as you can see. And it's, I think it'll get quite a bit of use as well, because it's really nice and soft, and it's warm, but it's not too bulky. So until it gets really, really cold, when you want to just bundle up and ideally just not leave the house at all, this is going to be a good one to have. So these are the 3 finished objects I brought. And then let me quickly sneak over here. This is even still recording, yes. Okay. Then I have a couple socks. I have sock number 2 in this colorway right here. This is by Stricki, which is a German dyer. And she does self-striping yarn that is always wound to gumballs. And I had cast on the first sock and finished the first sock quite a bit ago. But I'm finally working on sock number 2. And this is where I'm at. I'm using a just undyed, I think this is an opal colorway. Like just an undyed or cream colored opal for my heel and also for my toes. And then the Stricki colorway for the rest of the sock. And I've just picked up the gusset stitches. So now that this is finally done, I can actually take this on the train with me again, which I haven't been able to for a while. And that's why this sock hasn't gotten too much like work on in the last, I'm going to say about a month, because I didn't want to do heels. I just didn't. And then I have a similar situation with this sock here. This is a colorway by, I believe it was Schwedenrot Yarns, which is another German dyer. And it was this gorgeous sock set, which was winter, something wintry. So I had gotten this when it was on sale, and I wanted to try their yarns to see if I like the way they work up, if they are splitty, or what the colors are like compared to what you see on screen. And this was really nice. This was just a random discounted sock set that was on sale. And as you can see, my mini has suffered a bit from traveling, but here we go. And I'm using the Stack of Books pattern by, no, I haven't touched this pattern in so long, I don't remember. But it's the Stack of Books pattern, which is just a broken rib design, basically. I used the mini for a touch off the cuff, just like the tip. And then I'm going to use the mini again for the heel and also for the toe. And then we've got some nice socks. And they're, with the texture pattern, it's really squishy. And I do like the colors. I was not sure initially because this is very light. Like I'm normally more of a like bright, warm, deep, like pudgy colors. And this is very soft and nice, but yeah, no, this is just really fun. I like the colors, the way it knits up. It's just really pretty, and I can't wait to have those socks. But this is only sock number 1, so I've got to get going and work on that here. Then, eeny, meeny, miny, moo. We'll get the whip of shame out first. Okay, so this is the cardigan I'm knitting for my mom. It's based on the Purl Coat cardigan by why do I not remember any designer names today? It's the Purl Coat cardigan. If you type in Purl Coat cardigan on Ravelry, you'll definitely find it. And all this needs is button bands. I will say I had already, this is where we're at. I had already started the first button band based off the pattern, and I didn't like it, and it didn't come in as much as I wanted it to, and that my mom wanted it to, as my mom wanted it to. So I decided that we had to redo it. So we're gonna see how that's gonna go, and I'm gonna go with a simple 1x1 rib, just like the rest of the sleeve cuffs and the hem ribbing is taken care, is knit up. So we'll just go with that. But my stitch count wasn't right, and I couldn't just drop down and ladder back and go back, pick the stitches back up properly. So I had to undo the entire button band, and I just unfortunately broke my mojo. So there we go. That is this one. Oh, and this is in a colorway that I also don't know what it's called. My mom bought this one at a yarn festival last year. Also at the yarn festival of Worms last year. So my mom bought this, and it is by Dornröschen's Keller, I believe. So Sleeping Beauty's Basement, basically. So there's that. Now, I'm gonna go with a bit of Stevie West, because as you know, the Mystery Knit Along just finished, 2 weeks ago? And I once again participated, but I'm not done. I am on the bind off, and the bind off is just taking 5 gajillion years. I finish with the noise first. I bought a kit from Stephen and Penelope, and I got a kit that was very much me, I would say, in terms of the colors. Still super duper bright, even for me. But yeah, if you, I mean, it's past the mystery, so everything is out, but if you didn't want to see anything, look away, I guess. But here it goes. So this is where I'm at. As you can see, I've bound off about half, and it took me 2 evenings. And then this is what's still missing. It just takes so long to bind this off. Yesterday I was like, I don't want to anymore. I just want to be done. I was really, really, really just ready to be done with it. But I'm still not, and I'm going to continue on with this later today because I want this off the needles, because I want to check this project off of my whip pile. I've woven in some of the ends already, even if it doesn't look like it. I mean, it's a Stephen West. It's madness back here. But I've woven in some ends already, and others still need to be woven in. We'll figure that out, and it's going to be maybe like 10 ends every couple days or so. Every 2 days, 10 ends, or maybe 20 ends. It depends really on how I feel, and I'll also see if I can get some help with weaving in ends, because it's just so many ends. I don't even know how. But yeah, we kept snipping yarns, and we kept adding new yarns, and yep, that's how that went. So we've got Stephen West right here, and it's close to being done. I did all the brioche section that he said to do, despite having the garter stitch alternatives, because I don't mind the brioche for one, and I think it gives it some extra squish factor. But this will also be like, this is so big. I'm like, good grief. It's a blanket. My mom said it's a blanket when she started seeing like the extent of this. I love the way the fact that this one this year is it doesn't have a symmetrical end. Like the border is not symmetrical. It's if you've seen it, you know it's wavy on one side and it's straight on the other side. It's really cool. I love it. And I love the way this shawl knit up. Everything was just really fun. I did do a mohair there in part of these sections, but only for the wine red, for this color here. But not everywhere. Sometimes I didn't, sometimes I did, depended on my mood and how I felt like, how I wanted it to look. So, yep, there's that. Oh, and this is in my Bethany bag, in my Wandering Purl bag, and it's unfortunately fuzzy because I've carried it around back and forth in the house. This is the Pigskin Party exclusive everything bag, which I absolutely love. I have now 3 everything bags, I think, and they're all just amazing, and they're just so versatile, and just like, it just fits everything. It keeps it in. There's enough room for it to move about and fit in, but it's still like not, you know, overflowing. Yeah, it's not too big, so it's just fine. It's perfect for a Stephen West shawl. So we've got this. Then shawls, since we're working on shawls. Then I have 2 more shawls that I am switching back and forth between, because well, one is a mystery shawl, one is the Joji One Love Mystery, and it is in this colorway. This is by a dyer that does not do repeating colorways. So she dyes however she feels, and she comes up with the colorways on any given day, and they don't repeat. They will not come back in that exact way. So I saw this one also in Worms at the Yarn Festival, and I was like, I don't need more yarn today, but I need this skein. So I got this skein, and then Joji, to the rescue, came with her mystery with the One Love. And I was like, you know what? It calls for 1 skein. This is exactly the right amount of yarn. We're gonna go for it. And now, if you don't want to see what this one looks like, I have started clue 3, but I'm not done with clue 3 yet. So that is my spoiler alert for that. I'm about to lift it up. You can't see a whole lot though. So, lifting it up, look away. This is what this looks like. And you can see this is hard to see until it's really blocked out. So I look forward to actually being able to block it. I stopped yesterday when I just couldn't deal with the noise on the train anymore. It was late in the evening. There were children screaming, bloody murder. One started, and then everybody else chimed in, as it happens. And yeah, I just needed to not knit anymore because I needed to focus and didn't work. So this is where I'm at with this one right here. So I'm going to move Joji away again, and then I have another one. And this is my when I can't work on that one. So this is the Easy Shawl by Martina Behm. Technically, she designed it, I think, for like a 100 gram skein or something like that. The construction is what interested me, and I got this yarn for this shawl at Maryland Sheep and Wool last year, 2024. Now, the idea is you start in a corner and you go this way. You go out a lot on one side and you go in a little bit on the other side. So you do decreases and increases at the same time, but in a different ratio, so it gets wider, all right? But it's at an angle. And then when you're at the halfway point of your yarn, you then work into so if you started like this, then you go into this direction. And you still have the same kind of general shape, but you go in a different direction. And that makes a difference. And I saw this particular easy shawl at the Miss Babs booth at Maryland Sheep and Wool. And they had it not with one color like Martina Behm did in her main shawl. They had it in a 2-color version. And I mean, crawl over there. Okay, so they used different colors, which I liked, but they would not work as well with my complexion and with, especially also with my wardrobe. So I ended up getting, sorry for the noise, this orange, which for the life of me, I don't remember what it's called. Pumpkin orange? Probably not, but it looks pumpkin. And I, after waffling back and forth, ended up also with this guy here. And this is Spotted Idea. This is a Babette colorway, so it is a repeatable, and these are both on the Yummy 2-ply from Miss Babs. And they are 400 yards to approximately 3.9 ounces. So it's, they say fingering, I mean, yeah, sure. So this is the other colorway. And I like the idea of these two together, because you have the orange in here, but you also have those other colors. And I think that's going to make this really fun. And I cannot wait to see how this looks up. How this works up, not looks up. Oh, maybe I should have gotten more coffee today. More caffeine should have been a thing. But yeah, so this is where I'm at. And I think I'm at the point where I'm going to knit maybe like 3 more pattern repeats before I stop with going one way and going the other way with this guy. So I'll just leave it here while I'm at it. So that is the situation there. Sorry. And then I brought one more whip. And this is the Fine Line sweater by Lily Kate France. Once again, this is yarn from the Yarn Festival in Worms. I got this guy here. This is by Lux Yarns. And this is the colorway. Nope. Also don't know. Sheesh, I'm horrible. Like, maybe I shouldn't have done this today, but lighting, you know, when it works, it works. So this is the Fine Line sweater by Lily Kate France. And I am this far. I'm leaning back a bit. So this is meant to be having about this much added for the ribbing. Oops, there goes the second set of needles. It has about this much length added for the ribbing. And I was not sure in terms of where I'm at really after blocking this. So my decision was that I'm gonna just take a break at the end of the ball, start a sleeve, and finish both sleeves, then take it off the needles completely, block it, and then see how much longer I really want this to go. Because once again, this much ribbing is quite a bit. And it's supposed to be fitted in the body and loose on the sleeves, which I don't have too much in that, but I think it's going to go well with some of the wintry dresses I have. It's going to go well with some of the wintry pants I have. And if everything went in my favor, this would be so that would be done very soon, but it's gonna take a while. The sleeves are poofy and they have a ton of stitches, and I foresee the body needing even more length than it already has, although I believe I'm at the point where Lily says to stop. We'll see about that. But yeah, so this is my last whip. Now, let me pack this away. Oh, sheesh. Okay. And then for some acquisitions as far as they've arrived already. it is about to be the quote-unquote most wonderful time of the year, which means we have knit-alongs. Sarah Schira is doing a December gnome again, and this time it is Gnandad's Adventure. And I ended up going with this Alte Künste Ancient Arts color combination. This is on a BFL base, so it is 75% Blue-Faced Leicester, 25% polyamide, and the colors are orange, blue, white, and like this granite, this gray, this charcoaly gray. Now, this is a kit that I got from Alte Künste that is now here. I do have a second one coming from Screamy Colors. That hasn't shipped yet. I ordered those the same day, and this one already is here, along with a DK kit for a gnome that I didn't bring because it's not for the, I don't know yet which gnome I want to make with it, but this one is definitely for the Gnandad's Adventure. And then I got a combination of a homespun house in the colorway Teddy, and I think I might be pairing it with this Purlana Kit Seda, which is a mohair. And I think these should go well together. Make a nice warm brown. I want to finally make myself a Lovenote. I have been eyeing the Lovenote for I don't know how many years. I've wanted a Lovenote for don't know how many years. I think it's time. And when I saw this color, I was like, yes, 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 and yes. So this is going to be that. Then knit along again. My local yarn store is doing a Advent knit along, and wait, this is how it came. So we got to pick our color, and oh, there's my hair. I can't reach it. There we go. So we got to pick our color. And we get to pick the color of, normally the inside of the bag was meant to be the same color as the, as your yarn color, but because I wanted a different color than they had the initial options for, I was like, give me the bag with the like minty green on the inside, because I love minty green, I just don't want to wear it. And then I told my local yarn store owner, here are two colors. I love them both. You just pick. Surprise me. And surprise me she did. Now, I have this gorgeous color. This is Herbstwind by Atelier Citron, which is a 100% merino yarn. 50-gram balls. And it's in the color 29. So I have 5 of these in here. I have a pencil in here. I have a Adi Duet in here, which is like a, basically like a stitch, fix a stitch. And we already got the pattern. So she, apparently the last few years, she would always send the pattern individually every Advent Sunday. This time around, she printed the entire pattern, and if you're faster, you're faster, and if you're not as fast, it's not as fast. And it's fine one way or the other. Alas, this is the pattern. I have not looked yet. Like, it looks a little squished because it's at the bottom of the bag. I haven't looked yet. I don't even know what it's going to be. But this is like one of the surprise thingies. And it comes in this nice little, is it like a bento bag? I feel like there's a name for these kind of bags where you have a shorter and a longer handle, and then you scoosh the longer handle through the shorter handle and you're good to go. And then it comes with this cute little embroidery. Then, because Advent season, I got this from Kraken Yarns. This is a sock set Advent. This is based on Astrid Lindgren's stories for the children of Bullabry. And, okay, I'm just going to show it like this, I think. So, you can see all those pretty colorful bags. Each bag contains a sock set. See? No. 1, 5, 4. Okay, okay, I'm getting it. Okay. So each bag has a little label on it. And there's the number for the advent. And then you have this envelope, which I haven't peeked inside yet either, although it's loose. Maybe I should. Does it have info that I should have? No, it's just a Christmas card. Okay. We'll leave that in here. I'm going to leave everything in the box. I don't want to be tempted to walk, basically. And last but not least, I brought some fiber. My spinning wheel is back up and running. And I decided I wanted to try some fiber. I ended up with, well, this is 2 braids. There's another couple braids coming. This is Frau Wölfchen, which I saw at the Yarn Festival in Worms as well. And she had these, whoops, these pretty little bats. So this is Swaledale, which I had never heard of, but I wanted to try. And this is, it is like a decent soft. It's not super soft like a Corriedale Merino mix or anything, but smells nice. I like the colors. And this is 145 grams. So I think I can get a decent amount out of spun fiber out of this, of spun yarn out of this once it's done. And then the same goes for this guy here, also 145 grams Swaledale. Yeah, just love the colors, and I felt like playing with them. So this is what we've got here. Let me scooch that back in. Now, I don't think I'm going to mix and match with those two. But the other ones are by Das Mondschaf, which they're really close to where I work. And theirs is a merino, a Corriedale merino something blend, I believe. And with them, I bought 3 colorways that go together quite well based off what I've seen on the page. And depending on how things work out, maybe I'll ply those together as a 3-ply to have a fun little muted but still like interesting blend of colors going for maybe a cow, because they're also bigger. They're not 100 gram. They're not 100 grams either. They're more as well. So that's like the general idea as of right now, basically. So yeah, that was basically it for now. And yeah, I will see how that turned out when I'm editing it later. Hopefully it went all right. But yeah, I will hop off and continue on crafting, and we'll have another diary entry hopefully soon when my other advent comes in. Advents, plural. Oopsie. Things happened. Alright, bye!